Nintendo just dropped a brand new trailer for Legends Arceus, and it's pretty dope. Let's talk about it. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Next Phase podcast, where we talk all things Pokemon, TCGs, collectibles, fun, and let's be honest, we do mostly Pokemon. I'm Travis at TCG Funhouse, and who's this guy over here?
I'm Matt, but also the broke nerd.
Hey. He is Matthias, the broke nerd. It's been a little bit. We've been having some connection issues between the two of us. He had something going on, and then I was sick, and then I messed up my recording. So it's been like 3 weeks since we posted an episode, so we were like, we got to get something out to you guys. And luckily enough, Nintendo decided to grace us with an awesome new Legends Arceus trailer. Matt, what were your first impressions on the trailer, man?
So my first impression was all about the gameplay. Looks super fun. I mean, watching that scene where they're flying on the Pokemon and then they throw the Pokeball
down.
Ball.
Yeah.
That was great. I was like, oh man, I'm so pumped for that. And then my question for you was, was that bar at the top when they were fighting that Pokemon, was that a health bar for you?
I think that was a health bar for the boss, is what it looked like to me. It looked like a health bar for the boss. So it looks like you're going to be actually doing, excuse me, like overworld boss battles where I was a little confused. It looks like they were just kind of throwing like a bag of powder or like bag of gems that I'm just like, ew, take this, you little...
Take it.
Yeah, I'm going to weaken you until I catch you with this
pebble
bag.
at you.
I thought that was a little bit weird, but there was a little section of the battle with Kleavor, which we'll get back to Kleavor on that, where he was battling like a Piplup too, so he was still battling at the same time, so it almost looks like it has stages. Like maybe there's a stage of where you got to drop them down, and then you can whip out your Pokemon and beat them down some more. So it's definitely a little bit of gameplay. There's more action there, I think.
Travis, I don't know if you can be on this Pokemon podcast because you called it a Piplup. It was clearly an Oshawott. I mean,
was it really? No,
it totally was.
I gotta go back. I gotta see. I got it right here.
Watch it. It was clearly Oshawott.
Oh well, Oshawott is one of the starters, so I guess it would make sense, wouldn't it? Oh, it is Oshawott. Darn it!
But okay, here's the real question though: who would put out an Oshawott, and what level would it have to be to actually put up a good fight against
a boss Kleavor Pokemon, who is, from what we're starting to think and understand here, another evolutionary form of Scyther. So I'm wondering if we're going to be getting like a regional variant, right? Like maybe it's Mr. Rhyme. It's the Scizor Scyther version of Mr. Rhyme. Or is it a whole nother evolution? Are you going to evolve to Kleavor from Scizor? Or is this just, if you don't catch the boss Kleavor here, you're not going to ever be able to evolve him? What are your thoughts?
Honestly,
so many questions.
It really could be any of those things. It really could be any of them. I have no idea. I'm really hoping that.
What would you prefer?
I would honestly prefer just a whole new evolution added onto it.
Yeah.
Just completely available in any region, but I totally understand them doing the regional variants. That's pretty common right now.
Yeah. That's what I think we're going to get, personally, because this the style of it. Mm-hmm. To me, it has the similar style of the ugly Growlithe that we saw, and the just like the Braviary, the way the Braviary looks, like it kind of has the same vibe of being old looking and ancient looking and stuff like that. So I've heard rumors of maybe it's like an extinct evolutionary form of Scizor or a regional variant. So both of those would be pretty cool to me.
Yeah, I agree. Both of those would be pretty cool. What were your first impressions on seeing it though? Like what did you think of the Pokemon itself?
So the Pokemon itself I thought looked really cool. The style of it looks really cool. But when I put it next to Scizor, it almost looks like a cheap knockoff variant version, right? So it looks like it's made of wood. The textiles don't look very good. I don't know if that's going to be fixed, as they develop the game more. But it looked kind of blurry. It looked like it's just made of wood, a wood Pokemon with an axe and stuff. Like, that's kind of cool, but you're made of wood. Like, dude, like Scizor is made of steel.
Yeah, but Scyther's not.
That's true. So what are you going to use? Are you going to use a wooden coat? Ha ha ha! Evolve them with a stick.
Who knows?
But I'll give you my first impressions of the entire trailer as well. Yes, I liked a lot of the mechanics that they were showing. I love that we're getting overworld spawns, just like in Sword and Shield, right? I think that's something that the Pokemon genre has needed for a long time. But something stuck out to me in this trailer that kind of bothers me. Now, I don't know if this is the hype created by the Pokemon community, or if they've hinted towards this as the Pokemon company, but the game looks very similar to Sword and Shield. The way the animations are, the way that the NPCs walk, the way that they look, their shapes, the way the trees look. The trees still look kind of cheap to me. The rocks look cheap. I'm hoping that, again, we're still in the earlier state. Let's be honest, we're actually towards the end of development. But the textiles and stuff. Correct, yeah. So hopefully the final touches really make this game look a lot more, I don't know, pristine, I guess you can say, than what we got with Sword and Shield. So what are your thoughts when you looked at that? Like, did you get Sword and Shield vibes? Because I totally did.
I did. I saw, like, slight variation in it. But I really don't think it's going to really change from Sword and Shield. I think they're going to stick with that design because that's kind of a Nintendo feel. I mean, look at majority of Nintendo games, and that's kind of the layout that they go with. That's the design culture of it. But I feel like it's a little bit different because there's new actions that you can take that you couldn't take in Sword and Shield, which is nice. So there is going to be a different movement culture because you can dart, jump around, like looks like you can do the little dodge, tuck and roll kind of thing, which is pretty cool, while you are battling Pokemon, which is a new experience altogether. And then I also think that it's cool that I feel like you can design your character a little bit more. There's more, from what they were showing in the trailer, there's more options to design your character, hairstyles, different pieces of outfits, stuff like that. It's less restrictive.
Yeah, I agree. I'm definitely looking forward to that too. I'm a big customization person. But again, going back to the Sword and Shield thing, if you pause on the the character customization screen, when they're looking at the Karate Gi specifically, it looks exactly like Sword and Shield. It says, here's your Karate Gi, here's the different colors that you can choose from, which is exactly what they gave us with Sword and Shield. It said, here's your shirt, here's your jacket, what color do you want? Do you want the rock type
and then
variant?
It was just variations type colors / styles of that exact same outfit for everything.
Exactly. So this is the first. Now I really enjoyed Sword and Shield. So it's not a big negative when I say this reminds me a lot of Sword and Shield, but it really is starting to look more like a Sword and Shield Pokemon company Pokemon game. It looks like a Gamefreak game. When I think before, we had this hope of, oh my gosh, we're getting a Zelda game in the Pokemon universe. I knew that was a lot to ask for early on already, but a lot of people were buying into the hype. And I think this trailer really helps bring it back to reality for a lot of people that says, no, guys, we're getting a Gamefreak Pokemon game. It's going to have a lot of limitations, just like Sword and Shield did. It'll still be a fantastic game. You're still going to be able to shiny hunt. You're still going to be able to catch all your Pokedex, and all that stuff is still going to be there. But it still just looks like a Gamefreak game to me now after watching this trailer. What are your thoughts?
Yeah. I do feel like it looks a little bit different. I think that there's a lot more open world concept to it.
I'm hoping there's a lot
like
open world.
From what we could see in the trailer, it looks like there's a lot more open world in it.
Yeah.
Or at least more space to move around.
Almost like the entire game is a wild area. That's the vibe I'm getting. Right. Like instead of just having a wild area in the cities.
But there's still a majority of things that you can. Mostly, probably around like 75% open world is what it's kind of looking like.
Yeah. Now, also talking about Cleavor, it looks like they're bringing back like the boss battle type, almost like the totem Pokemon inside of Sun and Moon. So if you remember playing Sun and Moon, there was no gyms and gym badges. It was you battled the island Kahuna and you took out the totem Pokemon. These bosses kind of reminded me of the totem Pokemon. I think at one point in the trailer, Cleavor even like glows, and it's like that's totally what totem Pokemon does. Like, so I think they're mixing a lot of stuff together. But I definitely think we're getting a Pokemon game, which is great because I love Pokemon games. I just want people to temper their expectations and don't think they're getting Breath of the Wild here.
Yeah, no, I don't think it's gonna be that advanced. Now that would be so epic. Because I
Dude,
mean,
for real.
you know how like in Pokemon Gold, you go to the ball crafter guy and you give him the apricots or
Yeah.
whatever, and he
Yep.
crafts the balls. Like, how epic would that be if in a Pokemon game you could go collect the apricots and then you could craft your own Pokeballs out in the wild?
So there's 2 in there. There's
They were
3 in
hiding.
there. Say something.
Bonus.
Woo! You can hear the difference. I do think that's a thing because I think in one of the trailers, I think they mentioned something along the lines of having craftable items. Like, and I think in this trailer
really?
specifically, they showed somebody crafting a potion. I think maybe they crafted a potion, something like that. It was early on in the trailer, but yeah, man, I'm excited for it. What are your final thoughts on the trailer itself? Do you think it painted the game in a good light, or do you think it kind of tempered expectations a little bit?
In my opinion, I'm a lot more excited for the game now after seeing that trailer. So, I think it personally boosted expectations. I'm looking forward to it more now than I was before. What about you?
I definitely am as well because I have now confirmation that it's a Pokemon game, which I'm cool with. So I think they're going to keep all of the core aspects of being a Pokemon game, of catching them all, defeating the story arc and leveling up your Pokemon and catching these powerful boss type Pokemon and still dealing with evolutions and typings, which I'm excited for. I was really hoping that they didn't stray too far from it being a Pokemon game.
Right.
And it doesn't look like they did to me. So I'm still excited for it. I wouldn't say more or less. I definitely think it's going to be a lot less of a game than what people are hyping for. I really do. I hope that I'm
think so,
wrong.
too.
Let me know in the comment sections what you guys think. Tell me I'm a dummy. Say, no, man, you're dummy. This is going to be the greatest open world, expansion pack after expansion pack. We're going to keep building this thing. I really hope it is, but I really am skeptical of that aspect of it. I think we're getting a better, improved Sword and Shield engine game, which I'm looking forward to. So,
Yeah. And I
That's my
guarantee
thoughts on
that
it.
both of us will be streaming it when it comes out, right?
abso-freaking-lutely, man. Absolutely.
Showing off some gameplay, doing a walkthrough, then shiny hunting, right?
Yep. Doing
All right,
our first
you'll have to teach me how
playthrough.
to shiny hunt because I've never done
Our
it
first
before.
playthrough, and then shiny hunting for sure. So, absolutely looking forward to it. Come here, little man. You're supposed to be in bed. Hey, Logan, say hi to everybody. Say, are you excited for
Logan.
Sword and Shield 2.0? All right. Because, mwah. Go to bed. I'll go put you to bed in a second, okay? Mwah. I love you. We're almost done. I'll see you in a couple minutes. Bye, baby. All right. So we've had a visitor. That's the cutesy moment. Normally the cutesy moment is just me doing something like this.
We don't ever
But-
have those.
Come on, man. Like, no.
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying we shouldn't, but I'm just saying we don't.
We do now, man. New part. I'm coughing. That's not cute at
New
all.
segment. The cutesy moment.
New part of the podcast. So I know we keep teasing you guys and we keep saying things like we're going to try to live stream this stuff. It just hasn't worked out yet with our schedules and things like that. But we're going to try to make that happen, guys. Don't you worry about it. It's going to be a lot of fun. Matt, I think, maybe another confirmation. We're going to Collecticon, right? In Houston. We're getting closer, man.
Yeah, we are. My
So
banner's getting here on Saturday. For my
Is
table.
it? Dude,
Yeah,
put it on IG. I got to see it.
it's nice. It's nice. I sent you a picture of it.
Yeah. Oh, I want to see it completed, though. I want to see it completed.
All put together.
Yeah.
I'll just put it behind me for like the next podcast.
Perfect. Every video.
preview.
Every video now. Be like, hey, cool.
I'm really excited. I got a new logo design. I'm going
It
to
looks
start
great.
switching it out with some things.
It looks great, man. It was great. It was a great move by you. I think it definitely gives you a level of majesticism. Is that a word?
Well, I mean, it's just been my face as my logo, and I figured I couldn't put that on a giant.
That's
6-foot
not
banner.
majestic at all. Yeah.
You
that's
just
not.
see this in the background while I'm talking to you.
So awesome stuff. I got the little coffee cough, man. But yeah, so we're just going to have our own separate tables, actually. So it's going to be cool. So make sure you guys come check out both of us because we're both going to be having crazy fun giveaways, crazy fun games. Mm-hmm. We're going to be on Instagram Live and doing TikToks and all kinds of stuff while we're there. So come hang out with us, say hi, shake our hands, see if you can win some stuff at our tables. You know, get some cool custom signed, TCG Funhouse cards because that's where the real value is. I mean, who needs a base set Charizard? Who needs a base set? I mean, I'm just saying.
Speaking of which, I will be giving away a base set pack.
That's exciting. That's pretty exciting.
I had to say it. I mean,
hey, dude, tell the world. Tell the world. So
It was there.
Let us know in the comment section, guys. Are you excited more or less now for Legends Arceus after you got the trailer? Drop a sub here on the channel. We post a podcast weekly. We're going to be getting back to weekly. Don't you guys worry about that. And then we're going to be trying to live stream with you guys too. So we want your chats in there and talk with you guys face to face, camera to camera, mic to mic, I guess. Right? That's weird. Cool. Yeah. So yeah, Matt, say one last thing before we leave.
We love you guys. We really do.
We do.